Okay, so now I'm going to show you some stretching for what you can do for your legs. And you can do this after you do the strengthening. You could do it before you do the strengthening if you're feeling tight. And it's great for after walking. In fact, after walking, if you're walking a lot, like a long distance or running, you should be stretching every single time, because that repeated effort strengthens the legs, but it also tightens the muscles, and you could end up with pain and then not be able to walk if you don't do these. Some stretches, doesn't have to be these, but some stretches. All right, so first stretch, we're gonna do a seated forward fold. So you don't have to sit on a blanket for this one, but for most people, they're gonna be a little bit tight, and being up on a blanket or a bolster is gonna help, especially if you're up, if you're sitting and you feel like you can't straighten your legs. In that case, you can also put like a rolled blanket or something under your knees. And we're just gonna sit with the legs straight, feet flexed, and we're gonna do a little forward bend. So it's helpful if you have a strap. If you don't have a strap, you could use a like a scarf or a belt for this. So we're just doing this little forward bend. All right, and then we're gonna come up, bend the right knee, step your right foot over your left leg, with your left arm hug your right leg, and take your right hand behind you and twist. So it's important that we stretch everything when we walk, not just the legs, but you wanna get your whole back as well, stretching the spine. Okay, and then untwist, and we'll cross the opposite way. Twist. Face back to the front. Again, flex the feet and see if you can bend a little more forward now. Now notice I'm keeping my spine extended on this one. So when we round our back, it takes the tension out of the stretch, which is why people want to do it, but you want to feel that tension. So right now, for example, I'm feeling this in my calves. They're feeling really intense. So wherever you feel that stretch, you just want to stop when it feels really intense. Take a couple breaths. And notice on your exhale, can that intensity dissipate a little? And when it does, then you come forward a little more. Now again, I'm feeling it, so I'm going to just stop, take a couple breaths. A little more. All right, so now we're going to take the feet apart, so about mat width apart, and you're just going to go over the right leg. Now if you have a strap, this is where you could put that around your foot, and you could pull back to flex your foot, and that gives a really good calf stretch. You don't have to, you could just put your hand on your leg if you don't have a strap or anything like that. You could just put your hand on your leg, but remember, we want to keep this extension of the spine, so we don't want to do this. If we do this, no more tension in the back and leg. So we keep that straight or extended spine. It's not really straight, but let me just breathe. And then we'll do the other side. Take the strap around the other foot. Again, you're sitting up straight. Breathe in, breathe out, and bend forward. Bringing the abdomen toward the thighs. The thigh, singular, sorry. All right, come up. I'm gonna do a child's pose, because that's really good for releasing the lower back. You can put a blanket under your knees if you have sensitive knees. You can also, if you have difficulty like sitting back on your heels, you can put a blanket or cushion on your calves and sit back like that. And then we're going to come into child's pose. Forehead down. And you can also take your knees apart on this one. That sometimes helps if you are, tight in your lower back and your hips. And we're just going to take deep breaths. Allow any tension to dissipate. on up and lay down on the front of your body. And just rest your forehead on your hands, feet upward, and rock your feet side to side. And feet down. And we're going to come up to hands and knees and just do the cat and the cow a couple times. So releasing any tension that might come up in your spine. This thing keeps falling. Oh my gosh. All right.